today we're talking about the hidden pressure behind overwhelm. What if your overwhelm is not coming only from everything you have to do? What if it is also coming from the pressure that you do everything perfectly or exceptionally well? We all are busy ladies, so you may be caring for family members, children. You may be a caregiver while you're still trying to manage your house, keeping up with work and supporting people and all their needs. Of course, we love all of them, so we want to be the best we can. At the same time, you may be navigating your own illness, your own grief, strained relationships, financial concerns, or just unexpected things that hit your plate. Your responsibilities are real. We know that. And sometimes life just gives us more than we think we can handle, especially since we're just one person. But we can make a difficult season even heavier when we believe we must manage every part of it perfectly. If we haven't met before, my name is Terri Sterk. I create transformational spaces where women wellness seekers can step into their power, turning their own pain into purpose and their survival into thriving. For much of my life, I believed I had to be the very best at everything I did. I wanted to take excellent care of my family, manage my home, succeed in my work, and take care of everything else and all the people, my friends, my family, everyone who depended on me. Those are not bad qualities. Each individual one is actually praised. Caring for our responsibilities, working hard, serving others are values worth preserving. The problem begins when responsibility becomes a measurement of our worth. I was not only trying to provide value, but without realizing it, I was also trying to prove my value. If I worked hard enough, stayed organized, and met everyone's needs, I felt successful. When something remained unfinished or someone was disappointed, I felt as though I had failed. That kind of pressure really hit me when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And the reason is because I didn't want to give up on all those responsibilities. But then I had something else looming that had to take my priority. Maybe you have felt this way, the kind of pressure that creates a finish line that just keeps moving. You complete one task, but three more appear. Or maybe your list just gets thrown away because you don't have time right now or the energy. I posted a question to determine the reasons for overwhelm, and the result was too many responsibilities, too many decisions, and too many expectations. When I asked to pick one, it was hard to choose between any of those things: responsibilities, decisions, expectations from others and from ourselves. We want to do it all. So obsessing over small details may look like that of a responsible woman who rarely asks for help, It can look like the caregiver who feels guilty about resting, or the employee who believes every request is urgent, or the mother who thinks everyone else's comfort must come before her own well-being. And then we're wives too. We're partners to other people, and it's just difficult to do it all. Maybe you've said to yourself, I should be able to handle this without disappointing anyone. The problem is that everything rarely gets finished. When we're dealing with challenging events like breast cancer, loss, betrayal, or any chronic stress, the hidden pressure behind overwhelm is simply, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do, and I believe I must do it all well without slowing down or asking for help. That belief quietly drains us, especially when we're dealing with things ourselves. Challenging seasons changed the way I viewed responsibility. Trauma interrupted the life I thought I could control. Illness, loss, painful changes forced me to reconsider what truly mattered and what I could let go of. At first, I approached healing the same way, that I could finish my treatments, my surgeries, all of that, get back to work, and continue my healing at the same time. I wanted to recover well, remain productive, and continue caring for everyone around me. But healing does not always follow our preferred schedule. I realized I could not organize my grief into a neat timeline. And there is grief when we're healing. We're grieving what used to be. And we don't realize that. We just get on with our lives, and all of a sudden, we can't focus any longer. Our bodies give out and tell us, I've got to rest. Or it's our emotions that are getting the best of us. Trauma taught me that strength was not measured by how much I could carry. Strength meant admitting that something was too much, that sometimes it meant allowing another person to help. Sometimes it meant leaving something unfinished because my health needed to come first. It also meant accepting that my best was different now. My best wasn't perfect, and that was okay. That is the healing dilemma of overwhelm. Life continues while you are trying to recover. The laundry still needs attention, and bills still need to be paid. Family members still have needs. Your work continues and appointments fill your calendar. Meanwhile, part of your energy is already being used to cope with what happened to you. So as you're processing grief and trying to prepare dinner, your body may say, this is just too much today. So when we become overwhelmed, our first response is often to push harder, to just get through it. We create the list and we stay organized. We do our best to get through it all. One question that can help is, am I providing value or am I trying to prove my value? Those are two different things. We don't have to prove anything. But maybe when we've always been strong and doing it all, and now we can't, we still feel like we have to prove something. You can care for your family without proving that you are the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect daughter, the perfect caregiver. You can contribute at work with the people who are depending on you and not be the most capable person in the room. That's not that's something that trauma teaches us. We realize that being the best isn't the most important priority. Caring is not the same as carrying. Those are two different words. Caring says, I am here to support you. Carrying says, I must solve this for you. I must do it for you. You can care deeply without taking responsibility for everything. When everything feels urgent, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. First, what truly matters at this moment, today? Not this month or not everything on my list, but genuinely needs your attention today. It's probably just 1 or 2 things. And the rest you can let go. Push it aside till later. Next, ask what can be done well enough instead of perfectly. Maybe you can make one part of the meal while a family member makes another part. Maybe your neighbor can help with your kids. These are things that I did when I needed help. A neighbor came over and brought dinner. Or another neighbor came and picked up my kids and took them where they needed to go. Good enough isn't careless. Good enough means it's appropriate for the season that you're in. Finally, ask what can wait, what can be shared, what can be released, and just let go of. Some tasks can wait till another day. Some can be delegated. Some can be simplified. Some may not need your attention at all. It's just your own expectation that added that to your list, but it's really not necessary or required. Let your energy and your time limit determine your priorities. Take one slow breath and ask yourself, what am I carrying? Because it truly is weighing me down. I once believed that strength meant keeping everything together. Now I believe strength also means knowing when to set something down, when to let go. You never needed or meant to prove your worth by how much pressure you could put on yourself or how much pressure you could tolerate in one day. Your value didn't increase because you exhausted yourself today. This week, choose one area of your life. Maybe it's family, maybe it's your home, work, caregiving, or it's your own wellness. Identify the one impossible expectation you have placed on yourself. Maybe you believe you must keep everyone happy. Maybe you think your home must always look presentable or immaculate. Maybe you expect yourself to respond immediately whenever someone sends you a text or calls you on the phone or sends an email. Maybe you can believe you should be further along in your healing. Maybe you think you are healed just because you finished whatever treatment you were having. Write the expectation down and then replace it with something more realistic or honest. Instead of saying, I must take care of everything, remind yourself that I will take care of what is truly my responsibility, what my energy level will handle. Instead of saying, I can't disappoint anyone, remind yourself, I can make a wise choice, even when someone does not understand it. I can help explain that to them later. Instead of, I should be further along, remind yourself, I will respect the season I am in and not put undue pressure on myself. Instead of, everything must be perfectly done, instead, maybe, I will give my attention to what matters most today. And that might not be everything. Releasing one expectation may not remove every responsibility from your life, but it can remove some of the pressure you feel with added responsibilities. You can care without carrying everything. You can be responsible without being perfect. You can provide value without continually trying to prove yourself. You can honor your commitments while also honoring your limits. This week, ask yourself one simple question. What pressure am I ready to pull down, to put away, to end, to stop? What pressure can I give away to someone else? Healing is not about doing everything. It is about recognizing what truly matters and allowing yourself time to let go and to do what's best for you. It's what I have for you today. As always, I'm cheering you on.